Well, either Vinny is just that unlikable or the Ballon d'Or award is just that petty. But Rodri has won the Ballon d'Or, and for that I say I'm pretty happy. So I know a lot of people are gonna be pissed off, and this is hilarious. Like 0-5, the fifth goal goes to Barcelona. I mean, goes to Rodri for Barcelona's win against Madrid. It's hilarious. So a lot of people are gonna make the case, and I believe either of the three guys could have won it, and I would have been happy with the results. Like in my opinion, here's what I think might have actually done Rodri in terms, or might have actually given him the award. I believe that you got to factor in everything, right? If you factor in international performance, Vinny is not that strong for Brazil as he is for Real Madrid. So I believe that played a role. But then you also have to factor in that Jude Bellingham, like he really saved England in the Euros. Like he saved Southgate's job in like I believe round of 16 it is. So at the same time, Bellingham had a pretty strong like season overall last season. So in my opinion, I think it should have actually come down to Bellingham and Rodri. And if Bellingham had won the Ballon d'Or, as much as I dislike the guy because I do not like the guy, I would have still been happy for him, or like I would have still said like that makes a lot of sense because his first season at Real Madrid was just it was amazing. It was an amazing season, and if he would have like kept the trends that he kept early on in the season for Real Madrid, when he started off really strong, to just finish off the season with like he could have scored in, the actual final for the UEFA Champions League or in like the semifinals. If he would have done that, then I believe, there's no way you could deny him the award. Like at that point, as much as I disliked the guy, I would have said like, no, you got to hand him the award, right? So I believe the reason Rodri ended up winning the Ballon d'Or is like, Spain won the Euros and Rodri had a pretty decent Euros, so it was like a head-to-head between Rodri and Bellingham internationally. Now, one thing we can point to is that, somebody could debate and say, well, didn't Manchester City and Madrid play last season? And didn't that kind of come down to a Bellingham and Rodri kind of match as well? To that, I would agree. But I would say that, like, Madrid did not, like, trounce Manchester City. Like, Madrid had to rely on penalties to beat Manchester City in the match. And because of that, it's kind of like you look at that and then you look at how Spain beat England, right? It was like, I believe it was 2-1. I know Cole Palmer had like a really nasty goal in that competition, but yeah, it's like it could have gone to anyone. Like a lot of people were saying Vinny. I think like people were overlooking Bellingham. I think he was probably more responsible for the Ballon d'Or or had more of a case to win it than Rodri. The other thing I'll like point to is you know, some of these jokes are hilarious. The other thing I will point to is that like, you know, even as somebody who dislikes both Vinny and Bellingham, I can understand. Like I can understand if either of them got it, and I can understand the dislike people have. Oh my God, Rodri's got dance moves, bro. Like, hold on, let's check it out. That's man's got he's got decent dance moves. Like, okay, now I mean they're mediocre dance moves. They're mediocre, but yeah, it's like I couldn't understand the frustrations going through Real Madrid fans. I completely understand it, and I agree with him. Lamine Yamal is gonna be a regular for this award. I mean, the kid is just nasty. He's had a sick season, and yeah, I can see why people are saying that like it should have been won by Vinicius.